morning, guys. It's not that late or early. I just have had a lazy morning. It is Trey and I's 10-year anniversary. He's at work, but I am at home. Well, because I have. So I felt like I would just take it easy this morning. About to head out to the garden. I thought I'd take you guys with me so you can see what's growing. And yeah, have a good start to the day. Coffee. I got my hair cut this weekend. We got a lot of layers in it, which I have naturally wavy hair. So when it has more layers in it, the waves come out more. So that's what I was hoping for summer. Before I was trying to grow it out like one length with very little layers, and it was just, I feel like it doesn't suit me as well. So let's head out to the garden. Got my garden hat. Let's go. I'm gonna walk out to the high tunnel first because I was in there working last night with my friend Kathleen. She's been coming in the evenings. We used to do mornings, but we've been getting some serious heat in Central Oregon, and now it's better to work in the evenings. It just cools off so nice. So let's go to the high tunnel. I want to show you an update on my tomatoes. Actually, a few things in here that I wanted to show you besides tomatoes. Well, one, praise report. We got the lumber out. My cousin Gabe helped us out on the farm last year. He came and helped Trey get this out last week. And then last night, I did this whole area. It's planted with potatoes. I had a bunch in my pantry area and they were all sprouted. So they're all store-boughts, but they were all sprouting really good. And sometimes with store-bought potatoes, they can have a spray that will deter the growth, which is why they last longer. So if they're sprouting, plant them, see what happens. Since our season's not long enough to grow them outside, planting them in mid to late July, high tunnel I thought was perfect. So started organizing our cardboard storage. Cardboard's always handy to have, especially when you're building garden beds. We just had a crazy amount of it. So it's starting to tame down. Okay, so here are our San Marzanos. They're crazy. I wanted to show you this because I saw this stock yesterday and I was like, don't spill coffee. I was like, holy smokes, these are huge. Look at this stalk on this guy. Let me get you in there. Look at him. He's just a beast. These guys are actually the latest to bloom. They're just now starting to bloom, but I actually have some we are zone 3. So we also have a frost risk all year round, so we're a little bit behind on things. So we haven't had a frost since mid-June. It got cold one day this week to like 34, and we had some really awesome fog, but no frost. So I have some tomatoes, and I had a deer problem. The dang deer got in here one night and mowed down a bunch of my tomatoes, but they're still doing okay. This is one of them, and it's actually doing really well. This is a glacier tomato, and it is a determinate. So with it being mowed down, I'm a little nervous about what it's gonna do. But look at these guys. Look at how many are on here. It's just loaded. And so is its buddy over here. All of my glacier tomatoes are just absolutely loaded. I'm worried about a pollination issue. It's been a problem here in our local area. Got lots of babies coming on. Lots of babies. So it doesn't seem like we're being affected too much by the pollination air. I just turned on the sprinkler, so you're gonna hear that. But dang deer got in here. I was worried about pollination, but everything seems to be okay. And we have enough tomatoes where I think that the deer damage shouldn't matter too much. I gotta get out of here without getting this little high tunnel update for you. We'll just go garden by garden. Just a quick little video, little update. So the first bed, walking into the big garden, is our Walla Wallas. It's getting empty. We've been picking on it. I think they've been ready, and I've been eating them fresh. Tell, it's getting kind of empty. These are the onions we just clipped right here. And really you just can't tell that much that they got clipped at all. All the other onions are doing really well. The carrots, we have just been, I planted a bed, this one for fresh eating. This is like this sugar snack. So everything else, the fava beans are rocking it. The peas are doing really good now. Everything's doing really well except for sunflowers. The pro cuts are sucking. Also, we've been working on this side of the garden and planting it up. And this is where the chickens were. There's 2 beds in here. You can't really tell because I just moved them yesterday. And they're in the back of the flower garden. I don't know if you can see them back there. They're coop. But this is our next project in here, is working on these. We just finished these 3. Oh, and there's a little chicken out, that rat. We just finished these 3 beds. I have 1 left to plant. I planted everything up. And then I'm just going to be working on getting these 2 beds ready. This is perfect for a fall garden, guys. Yes, we live in a zone 3 with short climate, but we can grow a lot of food and into the fall. So we have the cabbage patch. It's doing quite well. I want to show you some of these. These are some of the biggest cabbages I've ever grown. Now, let's see. And they're still fairly little. But their heads are forming really nice. The broccoli we've been harvesting. The broccoli heads haven't been huge, maybe like 4 inches wide. But the cabbages are just doing super good this year. I'm very pleased. And this is a different kind of broccoli, or not broccoli, cabbage. Unless it's cauliflower, which I thought all my cauliflowers died, but it seems to be different than the other one. Right here is a broccoli. I'm gonna pick it. This is one of the smaller heads that we've gotten. Obviously it's like 2 inches, but it's still good. And then once we pick the main head, it's shooting out different ones, and all the leaves are edible. And I even saw a recipe for pickling your broccoli stems. So like you'll chop the heads off, which my kids love broccoli, and then pickle the stems. I thought that would be a really good way, especially in our shorter season, if you don't want to grow cucumbers, pickling some broccoli stems. The garlic is okay. Not quite done yet. It's getting there. It's very spindly and small this year. And this is the first year I haven't purchased seed. I saved it from my own. And I held back some of the bigger bulbs to plant. So maybe some of them, the spindlier ones that I'm seeing, just were the smaller ones. And I don't know. I did harvest one that was ready and it was a big one. But I don't know. I'm definitely concerned that it's going to be tiny and little and small. So it's doing okay. I gave it a shot of fish fertilizer as well as my onions this week, so that was good. We'll see. So one more garden. Early enough where the cows are still sleeping. Oh, Suki just got up. Hey, Mama. Mia is on her first psych shot. We synced her to get artificially inseminated, and we synced her. We had her first shot, and we put in what's called a cedar. Looks like a IUD for a woman, but just way huge. And it'll be in for a week, and then she gets bred next Thursday. You got the broccoli?
Yes.
That didn't last long, did it? Harvest. Elle's going to do chickens. I'm going to the little garden. I'm in our little garden, and some things are doing super good, like the potatoes. The raspberries are still pretty short. My little gooseberry, my currant in the corner, is doing awesome. My sunflowers are now starting to get a little taller. I planted them not as close together this year, so it wouldn't be so crazy where you couldn't get through. And they're growing slowly but surely. It's been a cold year, so sunflowers are taking a long time. And I have a couple beds where I'm like, I know I planted you. What the freak are you? And this is one of those beds. It's just like a mixture of volunteer parsnips and calendula, and which is okay. This bed, I know for a fact I planted kale, and I can see it coming up tiny bits, but it's just not coming up hardly at all. I need to go get my chair. My lettuce is finally doing really good. I need to get in here and harvest it down before it starts wanting to go to seed. My walking onions, so I'll show you. This is what they look like when they're going to seed, and they're gonna flop over, and he's gonna create more. So I'm trying to keep them all in the bed so that they create in the bed and not anywhere else. So everything's doing fairly well in here. I feel like it's popped up in the last few weeks. That was just a quick little garden walkthrough, guys. Thanks for coming along with me. I'm going to make Trey a really yummy dinner. I'm gonna go enjoy our anniversary. It's 10 years. It's a big one. So we made it 10 years. Can't believe it. I can, but still, it's quite an accomplishment, it feels. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks so much for following along. Bye, guys.